Today we're talking about my favorite top 10 generators. These are going to be ranging from 2000 watts up to 4500 watts. And this will be a list of compiled data that I have gathered from comments from my viewers, reviews from other channels, and research from forums and group pages, and just good old-fashioned research of talking with people that own these, from food trucks to RVs and more. You will find links down below in the description, that way you can check out the reviews I've personally done on some of these models, or if you wanted to purchase one, you can find that as well. So we'll go ahead and get started with our list. Coming in at number 10 is the A-ipower 2000 watt generator. This unit is now available in a dual fuel unit as well, and this unit gets overlooked, but I rarely hear bad reports on it. Coming in at an average price, it's only $375 most times. And this uses the same clone 80cc Yamaha engine that a lot of other generators in this class uses. And it's just as quiet as other models as well, like the Predator 2000, which it just got edged out by the Predator by only about 1 decibel, which is not much. But one of the benefits this unit does have is that it doesn't need a parallel box in order to parallel two generators together. It already has an L530R twist lock plug on the front of the generator. So then this eliminates having to buy an extra product, as all you need is a set of parallel cables to order and double your amps with these two units. Coming in at number 9 is the Yamaha EF2200 series. Why 9th, you say? This is mainly due to the low sales numbers and not a lot of response that I could get as far as information from other customers who bought it. Packed with a lot of features and Yamaha's reliability, most everyone I could get information from loved the unit, but the negatives were that it was a little bit bigger than a Honda, and also coming in at the same price, most people chose the Honda over the Yamaha. Now overall, I think the Yamaha is still a great unit, especially if you are an RVer and you do like the 30 amp RV plug, and I will have a video as well for that unit. Coming in at the 8th spot is a max pitting rods or GenMax generators from 3200 to 3500 watts. This compact unit has been getting popular due to the power output and the quiet inverter style generator, which makes it ideal for those who need more power in a compact unit, and also that has a 30 amp RV plug. It has definitely made this very popular when coming to the RV scene. Now this generator is made by the GenMax line, so that's why there are a lot of similarities, as GenMax does make generators for other companies as well. And coming in at number 7 is the Predator 2000 watt inverter generator. This generator is supplied from Harbor Freight, and it has proven itself in multiple replies from off-grid users to RVers and even small vacation cabins, and to those who even use it full-time up in Alaska. And in my review from over a year ago, most people ended up favoring this particular unit over the A-ipower for its then good price, which has gone up over the last couple years. Still makes it a good option, at least as far as its good warranty return through Harbor Freight, and it's been proven to be a good alternative to other name brands like Honda or Yamaha. And coming in at number 6 is the Predator 3500 from Harbor Freight. This unit grew in popularity a few years ago due to being a good consideration to the Honda EU3000IS. Due to a more compact size, large fuel tank, quiet operation, and packed with 3000 watts of power, this unit proved to itself over the years to rack up thousands of hours. And the cons really for this particular unit is, one, moving it around is not ideal considering it does have the 4 plastic small wheels, which wheel kits can be purchased, but also the higher price now does leave you with other options that you can consider, like maybe the Win or also Champion models as well. And the reliability of the newest models have not been proven as well as the original. They've been having more problems with their carburetors, also inverters going out early, not to mention the fact that the screens were just prematurely dying with only a few hundred hours on it. But Harbor Freight's return policy is still one of the best. As long as you buy the extended warranty, most times you can bring the old generator in and swap it back out for a new one, and you're on the road again. Coming in at number 5 is the Honda EU2200i. Why number 5, you say? Well, hear me out. The EU2200 has been a new favorite for super small quiet generators, one of the quietest generators still to date. Its reliability has been proven for years to give trouble-free hours, and with its service and available parts that you can get from local dealerships and more, it's been proven to keep these units running for years. Now, what are the cons of the Honda? Well, one of the cons really is the price. Obviously, not everybody can afford this unit, but there is the buy once, cry once mentality, and of course the Honda fans out there. But a lot of people now are saying that the Hondas are just not lasting like they used to from some of the old bulletproof units from years ago. And some people dislike the smaller fuel tank that's on the Honda, but you can buy extended fuel tanks if you're looking for something to expand your run times. For me though, I really wish they had made this unit just a little bit bigger instead of a 2200. I think this easily could have been a 2500 watt unit, and it would have been nice to see this in an optional dual fuel as well. Coming in at number 4 is the Champion 2500 dual fuel model. This has gained a lot of popularity over the last couple years from reviewers and users, with it being compact, able to run both gasoline and propane, and a great entry price at around only $550. So when not buying a Yamaha or Honda, Champion is usually one of the other models I always recommend, really due to their great customer service and their warranty program. And now coming in at number 3 are the newer GenMax models 3500 watt dual fuel units. These models are loaded with features, and with a new high output 145cc engine, this is quickly becoming a bestseller with features like dual fuel, electric start, remote start, and the ability to move it around easily with extended handle. It features a very informative screen which gives plenty of data, a decent sized fuel tank for a compact unit, and it's just as quiet as other models that it's in its class. The GenMax line is a little bit newer, but the company themselves, Dinkin Power, has actually been around since about 2012. I was even in Vegas a few weeks ago at the National Hardware Show checking out the new lineup of generators that were at the show, and GenMax was there, and they had some of the most impressive new units out there that nobody really else has considered making. Of course, they have the new electronic fuel injection unit, which this is going to be probably a pretty popular one once it's released. And they now have a couple new units that are able to series connect to be able to double their voltage. So if you have 2 of these generators, you'll be able to take each of these generators at 120 volts, put them into a parallel box, which gives you the option to either double the amps or simply flip a switch and double your voltage output. And this is something that really nobody has done yet, and they're kind of thinking outside the box, which I do like. They actually make several other units that are out there for other companies, which some of them I've even reviewed on my channel. I have been impressed with the units that they have been coming out with, which this does fill voids other companies are not delivering. And when it comes to customer service and warranty, these guys are now starting to model a lot more of like what Champion does. I talked to the owner and the engineer and the head person as far as customer service goes. And I did explain to both of them and how important customer service and warranty options are to make sure that their customers are happy and they're taking that customer feedback to be able to produce better generators and also be able to provide them with parts when needed if something happens to go out. They said they will be expanding this department at their warehouse down in San Diego, so hopefully this is true, and we'll see what happens farther down the line as far as GenMax is concerned, and we'll see what the next year looks like. And coming in at number 2 is the WEN 3800 or 4000 dual fuel model. Since I reviewed this unit a year and a half ago, I still get more positive feedback from this unit than most. Rarely do I see or read complaints, and still with a great price of only about $650, it remains one of the best units for the price with the features like the electric start, fuel shutoff valve, and more. Plus with its RV ready 30 amp plug, along with a grab handle that makes it easy to move around and a decent sized fuel tank, this definitely makes it a model worth considering. And with their newer updated model of 4000 watts and in a dual fuel setup, definitely deserves the number 2 spot for being the least problematic unit that I have reviewed, researched, and more. And finally, coming in at number 1 is the Champion 4500 4650 either gas or dual fuel model. This is still a fan favorite due to being one of the quietest units I've tested, even beating out the 3500 Predator. But with more power, easy to move handle with larger wheels, a large fuel tank, electric or remote start options, this unit was flawless in my test with small items like having a manual choke switch if the battery was dead. Also backed by its customer service and its warranty, it grabs the number 1 spot, just barely beating out the WEN 3800. And that's mainly the main reason it took number 1 is due to customer service and warranty that I constantly get feedback on from Champion. They are probably one of the best, if not going with Honda or Yamaha. Now I have heard good things about the WEN customer service as well. They actually seem to get pretty good customer feedback, but not just as good as Champion. Now one of the units you may not have seen on here is the Westinghouse 4500 watt unit. Now that unit has had choke problems since its release. Most of those units would have a choke plug that was unplugged from the main inverter board because the wiring harness is too tight. I do have a video on how to fix this, but even after fixed, it could still pull out because after the engine vibrates, it'll pull on that harness, getting the little plug unplugged again and resulting in that same problem. And if that didn't fix the problem, it was due to a bad inverter board. So I've heard numerous complaints about this particular generator. If it runs great, but for the most part, those are two of the biggest plagues that kept this off of the top 10 list. Now, I am curious as to what you guys thought about the top 10 list. Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to check out one of these other videos right here.